Assalamu alaikum, dear family. I pray you all are having a wonderful day. I am back for my reading. We are reading The Black Woman, the Second Self of God by Nuri Muhammad. And the section we will be reading today is called The Birth Control Death Plan. This is a very, very important subject, the birth control death plan. All right, so let's go. The motive behind these schemes is not designed to promote the welfare of black families, but to eliminate these families in the future. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Our open enemies are seeking to destroy us by any means or methods. One way to destroy us as a community is to come through the fractured relationship structure that we have in our community. They use their knowledge of the fractured relationship structure combined with our poverty and the desire to attain pleasure to relieve our minds of the stress of just trying to live in this world as weapons against us. Our desire for pleasure drives us towards each other. The greatest pleasure is the pleasure of a man and woman engaged in mutual consensual intimacy, sexual relations. Oftentimes, the drive for pleasure overrides our reason, and out of this comes an unintended consequence, pregnancy. The science of evil, knowing this, created a death plan years ago that is still in effect and, in fact, has become more sophisticated. The birth control plan is a death plan. For the last 60 years, women have been offered a form of birth control. Originally, it was in a pill form. As time progressed, the scientists developed shots and now patches which release chemicals into a woman's body that are so potent that no matter where she places the patch on her body, the chemicals affect her reproductive organs. As a woman, if you refuse the pill, the patch, and the needle, when you go to the doctor to receive your annual exam or become pregnant with child, far too often you are told that there is a cyst on your ovaries. A tumor is developing on your ovaries, and right now it is at a mild stage, but if you let it go, then you will have ovarian cancer. Then they try hard to convince you that we need to go in and remove not the tumor, not the cyst on the ovary, but you need to have an emergency hysterectomy where they will remove your complete womb and take out of you everything you need to reproduce yourself, creating a hormonal imbalance that may necessitate you taking artificial, chemically produced hormones, which could potentially, according to some studies, give you breast cancer and cause emotional and psychological imbalances, which will negatively impact your life. The newest form of birth control being marketed will keep you from ever having a menstrual cycle again. The question a woman should ask herself, who created the menstrual cycle and what is its divine purpose? Allah God created the menstrual cycle. Why would the scientists of this world want a woman to stop doing something naturally that Allah God created for a reason? Many women will say, I'm tired of cramps, tired of bloating, tired of lacking energy and having to stop certain recreational activities when I'm on my cycle. What many women and men are not taught is that a woman's cycle is a purification process. Allah God has created the male and the female different from one another. The woman has a greater composition of chemicals and hormones in her body, which are the necessary ingredients, the core building blocks of humanity that the man possesses. When we look at nature, we can measure what a seed requires to grow once it's planted in the earth. The seed only has within it the inherited potential to grow. However, what it lacks is its own proteins, minerals, vitamins, and nutrients. We know this is true because if the seed had all it needed already, when we went to the store, we would see tomatoes growing right in the bag of seeds itself. We do not grow a tomato in a bag because the seed does not have enough vitamins, nutrients, minerals to develop that which is in the seed as potential. The tomato seed has to be put in the earth, and the earth has within itself all the minerals, vitamins, nutrients that the potential tomato needs as a seed to absorb in order to reach its full potential of becoming a tomato, reproducing that which it came from. Likewise, a man has sperm. Sperm is a collection of seeds that cannot grow another son or daughter alone. The sperm must be planted in the womb of Mother Earth. Mother Earth, the black woman's womb, has potassium, iron, proteins, and amino acids. The black woman's womb has water and all the essential ingredients that are necessary to grow life from the seed stage into that which it originally came from. What we cannot therefore conclude is that the female has more chemicals and nutrients inside of her than the male does. These chemicals, nutrients, and vitamins are designed to mirror the earth. When the seed comes into the environment of the womb, it is surrounded with these minerals and begins to grow. That seed came from the man, grows and evolves into the image of himself or herself. On earth, there is a natural irrigation progress that we call creeks, rivers, lakes, and streams. It is a fact that wherever a dry cleaner once stood, later we find out that the chemicals used to clean the clothing leached into the earth and are damaging to human beings. Anywhere that a gas station once stood, you see the same effect on earth and the people. As a result of the leaking of these cleaning solvents or glass gasoline into the earth, the area becomes contaminated, creating an environmental and health risk which directly impacts the people who live in that area. Creeks, rivers, lakes, and streams work to perform a natural irrigation process by pulling impurities from the earth that we know nothing about. They cleanse the earth and send all the impurities away from the original location while depositing clean earth in its place. This natural irrigation system by which contaminated or poisoned earth is allowed to irrigate and clean itself works to keep the entire planet in balance and in perfect harmony. What happens to the black woman, the true Mother Earth, when the enemy tricks you into cutting off your natural irrigation system before time? There is a saying that too much of anything is not good. So even though you have inside of you the chemical, the nutrients, the vitamins that are designed to surround the seed, go into the seed and bring out the seed a reflection of where the seed came from, too much of anything is not good. Now, as a woman, you have an excess buildup of iron, originally designed to produce the strengthening of a child that is coming from a seed. When a woman is pregnant, frequently the doctor advises a woman to take an iron supplement. Why did you have too much iron when you weren't pregnant, but not enough iron when you are? It is because the iron in your body was one of the minerals in your earth that the seed was absorbing. The seed, the baby, extracts all the vitamin K, potassium, protein, amino acids, iron, and water, all of this from the mother. It does not matter if the mother wants to eat enough protein, for example. The baby will find the protein, pulling from the mother's teeth, hair, or bone marrow. What occurs when a woman is not pregnant? The buildup of good chemicals, nutrients, vitamins, let alone the harmful ones, is constantly developing. Allah God created a natural irrigation system that allows the woman to purify and cleanse herself. Ultimately, the menstrual cycle is a purification process, a natural process that should not be looked down upon, nor should a woman be castigated for having her monthly menstrual cycle. When a woman decides to take the artificial medications created by the enemy to stop this natural irrigation process, disrupting your irrigation system, your menstrual cycle, causing poisons to build up on top of poison every month, before long, a woman literally has infected herself, becoming a walking repository of disease and contamination. Why does a woman think differently when she is on her cycle? How is it that she emotionally feels different? What are emotions? Emotions are nothing more, than the arrangement of thoughts and values attached to these thoughts. The thoughts in your mind that you think are in fact nothing more than chemicals. When your body is undergoing a chemical purification process, it is also helping to purify your thinking. It is helping to purify your emotions. To stop having your menstrual cycle by artificial means is to stop having your thoughts purified. Your emotions never get a chance to be checked. This means that the woman has poison growing physically in the body and poisoned ideas and emotions growing mentally in your mind. This is the result of a toxic drug chemical in the body. However, there is another form of birth control by the way of toxic thought injected into a black woman's mind. The thought of you won't be able to be a doctor and a mother, an engineer and a mother, an entrepreneur and a proper or good mother, so abortion becomes an option. Being a mother will not and does not hinder your abilities. It will enhance them. I bear witness. In an article written by Sarah Zagorski, published by Life News National on June 25, 2015, she writes, abortion is the leading cause of death in the United States. But for Black Americans, abortion causes more deaths every year than every other cause of death combined. Homicide, suicide, cancer, AIDS, police shootings. She goes on to explain in the United States, the abortion rate for a Black woman is almost 4 times that of white women. On average, 870 Black babies are being aborted every day in the United States. Planned Parenthood is praised for being diverse, but 79% of all their abortion facilities are located near minority neighborhoods. Black woman. I'm going to say that again. Black woman, your womb is the laboratory of God. I'm going to say that again. Black woman, your womb is the laboratory of God. It is the divine manufacturing facility that the Lord of the world uses to bring solutions to all problems in this world. Let not inconvenience cause you to participate in this socially engineered plan to kill the future of our people. And if you have made the mistake, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, Allah God will forgive you. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. All praise is due to Allah. So that concluded our reading for today. And I just say all praise is due to Allah because the more we know, the better we do. Because we've been there as women where we took birth control, where some of us have gotten abortions, out of ignorance or out of not knowing what to do. And our enemy giving this as an option, we bit that. But like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, Allah, God will forgive you. But the more we know, and we got to study this stuff. I see often where sisters are struggling, from side effects from these abortion, not from the abortion, from the birth control pills and the different effects that it's having on the body and on the mind and on our souls and on our spirits. This is no joke. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad wrote an article decades ago talking about the birth control death plan of our enemy. It goes against what Allah God wants for us. The God said to be fruitful and multiply. Assalamu alaikum.